Hey book lovers, Victoria here and you're watching My Books for Me. Today I'm coming at you with my July book haul, and can I just point out by saying, where the fuck has this year gone? How are we already at the end of freaking July? I got quite a few books this month, mainly because I'm back at university, so I had to pick up quite a few university books. So let's just dive right in because I don't want this video to be too long. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know what this first book is because I posted about it quite a lot. And I'm sorry if you don't. I'm sorry if you're kind of over this series at the moment. And that is the Court of Thorns and Roses Colouring In book by Sarah J Maas. This book is seriously so beautiful. The artwork is amazing. Just flipping through this while it's black and white is so beautiful. I think I'm going to get another copy of this so that way I can leave one nice and white and pristine and I can colour in the other one. Just because I feel like I need two copies. Is that weird? No. But this is really beautiful. I definitely recommend picking it up if you're a fan of the series. There is artwork from all three books, so spoiler alert if you haven't read ACOTAR yet. I also picked up some items from behind the pages, or ACOTAR related. So I got this bookmark set, which looks really pretty, and then on the back there's just them. You guys know that I love getting the bookmarks from behind the pages, especially for books and series that I really love, so I'm so glad I have these in my possession now. Plus, I also picked up the Resand body lotion. See if we can get focus on that. Maybe, yes, maybe not. So this smells like citrus and jasmine, and honestly, when I first smelled it, it wasn't sort of like how I would picture Resand smelling, but it's growing on me quite a lot. I only got the small one. There is like a bigger one that I might get as well. I just wanted to sort of try it first before like committing to it. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. Plus, I also got the May and half of June ship of the month was Faysand. So I got this. This is a combination of the Resand and the Feyre soaps. So this is forests, jasmine and citrus and jasmine. I'm not going to use this, I tell you that now, because it is the ship of the month. It was a one-time thing. I'm probably going to end up getting like the individual soaps, but I just love the smell of it, and I love the look of it. So it looks really beautiful. It smells really nice, and I'm just going to leave this on my bookshelf forever. Back to the books. The next book was kindly sent to me from Pam McMillan Australia, and that is Wesley James Ruined My Life by Jennifer Honeyborn. This one is coming out, I think, at the end of this month, although I have to wait till the end of August to post my review, so wait for that. But this is just a fun YA contemporary about this girl Quinn, who is working at the Tudor Times, which is a medieval themed restaurant, and this guy Wesley James, who used to be her childhood friend and life ruiner, starts working there. She decides she's going to try and get him fired so that she can get even. However, she starts falling for him, so she has to decide whether she wants to get even or she wants to get the boy. So this one sounds really fun. It also looks seriously so cute. Next book I got is Renegades by J.A. Saunders. This is the first book in a trilogy. I think it's called the Elysium Chronicles. I'm not quite sure. But it is this fantasy that is set in this underwater world of Elysium, and we are following 16-year-old Evie. She has been trained to be the daughter of the people, selected from hundreds of children for her ideal genes. All her life she's believed that everything is perfect. Her world, her people, the law. But when Gavin Hunter, a surface dweller, accidentally stumbles into Elysium's secluded world, Evelyn comes to a startling realization. Everything she knows is a lie. Her memories have been altered, her mind and body aren't under her own control, and the person she knows as Mother is a monster. With Gavin at her side, Evie plans to escape, only to learn that her own mind is a ticking time bomb, and Mother has one last secret that could destroy them all. It's a book that I've been eyeing off for a really long time, so I'm so glad I finally got it. Hopefully I can get to it soon. Next book was so kindly sent to me from Alan and Unwin. I was not expecting this, and when it arrived I was first like, what is this? And then I was like, oh my god. It is The Park Bench by Chibote. Christopher Chibote. I don't know how to say his name, I'm sorry. He is a French author, and this is a graphic novel. This is the first time he's been published in English. It's an acclaimed story of a park bench and the lives it witnesses. At once intimate and universal, and with an exquisite narrative arc, it is one of the most moving books you could hope to come across. I've never heard of this before, and if I'd seen it, I probably wouldn't have picked it up, but I'm so glad I have it because it looks so beautiful. It's just black and white, and it is literally just of people who come by and experience things on a park bench, different life moments and things like that, and just everything that a simple park bench witnesses. And it looks really good. I'm so excited to read it, so thank you so much, Alan and Unwin, because this is so beautiful. Next I got probably one of the most talked about books at the moment, and that is When Dimple Met Rishi by Satya Menon. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, I probably did. This is seriously one of the most talked about books at the moment. It is one that everyone seems to love, and I've been wanting to get it for so long. So naturally, when I placed my order on Book Depository for my university books, I threw in some other books that I also needed. Meet Dimple. Her main aim in life is to escape her traditional parents, go to university, and begin her plan for tech world domination. Meet Rishi. He's rich, good looking, and a hopeless romantic. His parents think Dimple is the perfect match for him, but she's got other plans. Dimple and Rishi may think they have each other figured out, but sometimes when opposites clash, love works even harder to prove itself in the most unexpected ways. Whoa. But I'm really excited I finally have this. As I said, one I've been wanting to get like since before it came out, and hopefully I'm going to read it very, very soon. Next book I got is Stranger Than Fanfiction by Chris Colfer. Chris Colfer played Kurt in Glee, and he's written the Land of Stories series and Struck by Lightning, and this is his new one that came out back in March, I think it was, and it sounds interesting. Cash Carter is a young, world-famous lead actor of the hit television show Whiz Kids. When 4 fans jokingly invite him on a cross-country road trip, they are shocked that he actually takes them up on it. Chased by paparazzi and hounded by reporters, this unlikely crew embarks on a journey of a lifetime. But along the way, they discover that the star they love has deep secrets he's been keeping. What they come to learn about the life of the mysterious person they thought they knew will teach them about the power of empathy and the unbreakable bond of true friendship. It sounds really interesting, and I haven't read anything by Chris Colfer yet, and I have been meaning to do that, so I thought, why not try his new book? So the final non-university book I got this month is Volume 3 of The Wicked and the Divine Commercial Suicide by, I should know this by now, by Kieran Gillian, Caton Clowes. Where are everyone's proper names? By Kieran Gillian and Jamie McLeave, plus Clayton Cowles and someone else. Someone Wilson also does it, but I can't. Oh, Matthew Wilson. At the end of Volume 2, some shit went down, and I was like, oh my god, I need to know what happens next. So finally picked up this 3rd volume. I'm seriously excited. If you don't know, it's about these gods who every 90 years are reincarnated into the bodies of young people, and they become like rock stars and famous people to try and influence everyone. And they're like this for 2 years, and then they die, and the cycle continues again. So we are in the middle of this 2-year period. So we are in the middle of this new reincarnation, and some shit has gone down in here. You seriously need to read this series. And I just really need to know what happens. And honestly, the artwork in here, whoa, did I just flip past something? No, I did. The artwork in here is seriously like, okay, we're not going to show that page at all. The artwork in here is seriously like so beautiful and vivid, and I'm really excited to see what happens because, as I said, some shit went down at the end of the last one, and I need to know what the fuck is happening next. Right, on to my university books. So this semester, one of the subjects I'm taking is Irish literature, so I have quite a few books to read for that. First, we have Modern and Contemporary Irish Drama. This is edited by John P. Harrington. This is essentially what the name says. It's a mix of, there's some like plays in here, and then I don't really know, but this should be fun. I have Dubliners by James Joyce. This is a collection of 15 short stories. I have heard of this, and I have heard of James Joyce, but I don't really know what they're about. That's about it. I have Brooklyn by Colm Tobin. I think that's how you say his name. And the only reason why I know anything about this is because it is a movie. It's set in Ireland during the early 1950s, and I'm really excited because I'm going to read this and then I'm going to finally watch the movie, because the movie, when I first saw it advertised or trailered however long ago it was, it did look like something I'd be interested in, so now that I can read the book and then watch the movie. I also got The Green Road by Anne Enright. I don't really know what this one is about at all. Hannah, Dan, Constance and Emmett return to the west coast of Ireland for a final family Christmas in their home their mother is about to sell. As the feast turns to near painful comedy at last, a last desperate act from Rosaline, a woman who doesn't quite know how to love her children, forces them to confront the weight of family ties and the road that brought them home. No idea what it's about, but it sounds quite interesting. And the final book I need to read for this subject is Country Girl, a Memoir by Edna O'Brien. I didn't actually realize it's a memoir until I saw that. Published in 1960, caused great outrage and was banned on publication. Undeterred, O'Brien continued to write and has since created a hugely acclaimed body of work. Country Girl is a rich and heady account of the events, people, emotions and landscape that imprinted upon and enlivened O'Brien's lifetime. From a deteriorating house in Ireland in the 1930s, her story moves through convent school, elopement, divorce and single motherhood to the new life in 60s London. During this wild and exciting time, O'Brien encountered Hollywood giants, pop stars and literary titans such as Marlon Brando, Paul McCartney, Norman Mailer and R.D. Laing. In prose that sparkles, Edna O'Brien has recast her life in a book of unfathomable, I can't say that word, depth and honesty. Oh, there's pictures in here as well. This should be interesting. I have no idea who Edna O'Brien is, but hopefully this is a really good read. And the other book that I picked up, because I have an assignment that I need this for, and that I really should, by the time this video goes up, I should have actually finished it, but when I'm filming this, I need to start it. And that is Medieval Women by Eileen Power. My first assignment is to do a comparative book review, and the other book I managed to find in ebook form, but this is the original text. So the assignment is we look at one primary source and one secondary source. So this is just about, well, not really a primary, like this is more of a primary source, I think. I can't remember. But this is just about women in the women in the Middle Ages, and it's not very long and it looks interesting and there's quite a lot of pictures in it, which is a plus. But this should be interesting because I love medieval history anyway, and it's just always interesting to see how women were treated back during the Middle Ages, because actually seeing how women were treated across time and how, like, back in ancient times women were like quite highly placed in society and then they kind of dropped to the bottom and now they're kind of making their way back up. You know, it's just really interesting to see how we've pretty much come full circle nearly in a way, but we don't need to talk about that right now. So yeah, this looks interesting. I can't wait to read it. Should be fun. So they're all the books that I got during July. I can assure you now that I'm definitely going to be cutting down on buying books because I haven't been reading too much lately, and while I have to read university books, I kind of don't end up reading stuff on my TBR, and my TBR is sitting in front of me screaming at me. So hopefully I buy less books during August. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts are on them, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye!